Sawabanane family, we see you, we honor you, and we value you. Your gifts, along with God's grace, allow us to persevere, to mentor, and prepare new leaders as we co-create for future generations. The Proctor Conference is where future meets legacy. We are committed to the forward crusade of faith, equity, and reparatory justice, nationally and globally. We are the place where Ubuntu becomes reality. Your gifts to the Legacy Campaign enables our success, our sustainability, and secures the future. With vision, by faith, and through action, we are the Proctor Conference.
I'm so grateful that there is in this world something called the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference. You've been on the wall doing the work. Sister Iva Carruthers and so many others, you represent the best of our faith. You represent the faith of the Black church, the conscience of the American churches. Thank you for the work that you do.
Family, the time has come to work the roots. The roots of Samuel DeWitt Proctor, Gardner C. Taylor, Pauli Murray, Bayard Rustin, and the list continues. As the mission of the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference continues to shape our ethos and worldview. Join us today by committing an annual, one-time, or recurring gift to the SDPC Legacy Campaign. We pray that you and your loved ones have been and will remain the benefactors of God's grace and mercy. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you here on this Friday. Good morning and welcome to Faithful Fridays with the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference. You know, when the pandemic began to wreak havoc on all of our lives 2.5 years ago, the Proctor Conference began holding prayer. We had to do something because people were so discombobulated, so upset, and kind of lost. So we had to figure out a way to address what we felt, to see it and address it. So this became a space and a place of lament and refuge and hope as we aimed to treat the needs of the people, the needs of you as holy. Then as restrictions began to ease, we moved from praying every day to gathering virtually every Friday to pray, and we have loved it. But now we're in yet another phase of this transition, this transition that's been caused by the pandemic, and we're calling it Faithful Fridays. Now we're going to shift from prayers of prophetic equipping to prayers of commissioning, commissioned acts of collective resistance and viability. And we want you to join us. We want you to join us as we all learn to pray with our feet, to do it, to pray with our feet by serving others. Weekly, every single week, you will hear from an SDPC staff member as we uplift an issue or an initiative and encourage you to get in the fight, to help do what you can do so that we can all be free, because we believe, as Fannie Lou Hamer said, that until all of us are free, none of us are free. Faithful Fridays has been created to amplify some of the issues that are threatening our lives and our communities, yet aim to inspire action for the sake of freedom. Remember Salbanani. Remember that we see you, we hear you, we love you, and that people need to hear us as well. All of us need to be hearing and seeing each other, and Faithful Fridays is a way to get that done. So welcome to Faithful Fridays. And now here is our issue and call for prayer for today.
Greetings, family. It is so good to be with you all. Happy Faithful Friday. My name is Tiauna Webb. I am the Director of Programs and Missions at the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference, and I am so glad to be able to share a little bit with you this morning about one of the issues that I work on at Proctor and how you might partner with us to get involved in your very own local community. So today is Friday, November 18th, and we are gathering on the last day of the 2022 United Nations Climate Change Conference in Egypt. Delegates at this conference took a look at the Paris Agreement and took a look at where we are as a global community in meeting the requirements set to decreasing global warming and limit it to 1.5 degrees Celsius. So as you all know, we are not on the road to improvement. As you all know, globally, we are failing to meet the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. We are still globally on a dangerous road leading to a warmer earth, more unstable and extreme climate, and we know that this harm will be done to low-income communities the most. They will feel the brunt of it all. So this conference happening in Egypt, the report is coming out, and Proctor believes that faith community should be a part of these conversations. We should know about these conferences, and we should be at the forefront of these issues. Black religious scholars reminds us that with access to more hearts and minds than any other institution in the Black community, the Black church is central in building social, economic, and political power. Proctor is about the work of engaging Black clergy and their congregations as trusted and authentic climate change and clean energy messengers to ensure that our shared clean energy future properly includes voices and reflects the needs of the people in the communities affected the most. So we aim to build a broad, diverse, inclusive movement of support for climate and environmental justice to make sure that communities of color have equitable access to clean energy opportunities. We are entering our 20th year of ministry at the M.Div Proctor Conference, so we are also entering our 5th year of implementation of our climate and environmental justice work. So for those who are unaware, in the state of Illinois, where we are headquartered right in Chicago, we launched the Listen, Lead, and Share campaign in partnership with the U.S. Energy Foundation and the Climate Reality Project. And through this Listen, Lead, and Share, we wanted to hear from Black pastors and their congregations, especially those ministering on the south and west sides of Chicago, in an effort to inform the clean energy policy in our state. So now we want to extend our climate justice work beyond the state of Illinois, beyond Chicago, and we are interested in supporting faith communities all around the nation to have their own Listen, Lead, and Share experience, to have their own dialogue for climate and environmental justice. So why do we do this type of work now? We believe that the time is now when it comes to climate change and environmental justice. In the same way that we know that the delegates gathering in Egypt have confronted the fact that we are not on the road that we need to be on, we know that we cannot wait. Climate and environmental change is happening now, and we all need to be a part of the conversation. We believe that the Black church has a moral responsibility to care for our common earth. And we believe that the Black church stands tall as a place where vision casting and prophetic power takes flight towards collective mutual justice and equity for the most vulnerable. So join us. Join us in treating people's needs as holy, who are facing no water, who are facing dirty water, and who are facing failing infrastructure systems, who are facing environmental disasters, who are facing extreme climate. Join us in treating their needs as holy. Join us in this prayer of commissioning for environmental justice. Join us as we pray with our feet to get in the fight and to do what we can so that we may all be free. So there's 4 things really that you can do as a faith leader. If you are a faith leader, consider designating one Sunday every month as Climate Justice Sunday. Engage the topics that impact those sitting in the pews. You can use prayers and liturgies, reflections, information supplied by the M.Div Proctor Conference, etc., that addresses sustainable transportation, solar, clean jobs. What matters to your community the most? That is a topic that you can address on Climate Justice Sunday. We want to know Where is your church in preparing the community for accelerated climate disasters? You can be engaging preparation on Climate Justice Sunday. We want to know, what is a local church's answer to higher gas prices? You can address sustainable transportation in a Climate Justice Sunday. So that is one thing that you can do. If you are a faith leader, consider designating one Sunday a month to become Climate Justice Sunday. Secondly, you can host a dialogue for justice. We'd love to help you support the development of conversation prompts that spark the greatest change in your context. We want communities to begin having their own conversation about the environmental justice movement, so that together we might determine what is most urgent for you in your community, determining which resources, which policies you might want to advocate for and connect with, what particular focus on clean energy benefits or workforce development in the green economy matters to you all the most. We want to have these conversations. Consider hosting a dialogue for justice. Another thing you can do, communities can decide together, Black faith leaders everywhere can be empowered to use their individual voice and collective voices as we gather together for the 2023 Samuel DeWitt Proctor Clergy and Lay Leadership Conference. So the third thing you can do, join us at the conference. We will cast a vision for a sustainable future, a future that includes clean energy, sustainable transportation, access to clean water, mitigated extreme climate threats, and consumer and community benefits, and sustainable food. All of these things are connected. Join us at the Proctor Conference as we engage in workshops around clean energy and the environment, as we engage in pre-conference activities that address this very issue. So plan to join us. If you don't have your tickets yet, get your tickets as soon as you're able. Bring a group from your church who is interested in this issue, and we can help begin your local ministry context, building the blocks to having a sustainable ministry resource that addresses this issue. And lastly, we do not do this work alone. So the last thing that you can do is explore the work of our partners. One of our partners that I want to highlight today is called Green the Church. Their website is greenthechurch.org. Green the Church is a nonprofit organization that depends on memberships and donations to inform the Black church community about work done in the environmental and sustainability movement by other faith organizations. Right now, they're doing work on congregations that are interested in going solar, providing resources to those congregations that are interested in going solar. And they are lifting up the Indigenous Mothers Community Land Trust, which addresses land issues with a special attention to gender. Green the Church is located in California. They are an African American organization that focuses on this issue. So they are another resource, along with Proctor, engaged in this work of climate and environmental justice. So just to recap today, on this Faithful Friday, we have discussed climate justice and environmental justice. We know it matters at the global level as the UN is gathering and finishing their conference today. We know it matters on the local level as we are communities of faith, as African American communities that honestly feel the brunt of all of the extreme weather, the failed infrastructure, the climate change the most. So we are offering you 4 ways to partner with us to pray with your feet. You can host a Climate Justice Sunday if you are a faith leader. You can host a dialogue for justice within your faith community. You can plan to be with us for the Proctor Conference as we discuss this issue at further length. And of course, you can explore our partners. And today I'm highlighting Green the Church, doing this work in African American communities around the nation. Family, we love you. We thank you. We look forward to praying with our feet with you as we address climate justice and environmental justice, knowing that our communities deserve to be a part of this conversation. Thank you so much for your time, and I pray you have a wonderful, fruitful weekend.
Greetings, family. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Faithful Fridays broadcast. As a gentle reminder, registration is open for our 2023 annual Clergy and Lay Leadership Conference in the beautiful city of Atlanta, Georgia, February 20th through 23rd, 2023. Yes, we will be in person as we celebrate 20 years of the Samuel Proctor Conference. Seminarians, be sure to register today and take advantage of the 15% discount just for you. And to the general public, please be mindful to visit our website, sdpconference.info, where you can register and find our conference schedule for your convenience. Until we meet again, Sabonani.